I'm here today to say that I'm calling time my career and made a decision to put down the racket and move on. To look at the journey, try and bite-size it as much as possible. It's hard. It just felt right with things and my injuries in the past. Especially around 2020, 2021, I had 3 surgeries and I spent sort of 4 or 5 years now trying to come back and had ups and downs along the way, but never fully able to get back to maybe my goal and my target. And yeah, that was the main reason for the decision. But over the next sort of weeks and months, it'll be a nice time to reflect, do different things, spend more time at home with family, just sort of appreciate the journey.
Can you talk us through some of these images from your career?
Standing next to me is Richard Plews. He was my first coach when I grew up in Beverley in Yorkshire, and he was there. And it kind of all started with him. My mum put my sister and myself on one of the summer camps. At the end of the week, actually, Richard sort of mentioned or asked, would I like to take it a bit more seriously or just play a bit more tennis. That's when I started to do it more seriously, do it before school. So yeah, Richard Plews, and I still see him today. I didn't really know what to think at the time. It was always exciting because any time I got to do more tennis or more sport, I was always up for. There was not even a question in my mind. The first time I played on clay was in Goole. Every Wednesday after school, he would take us. We'd play on the clay there, the American clay. Those were the closest clay courts we had in Yorkshire. To be honest with you though, it was so windy in Goole that there was no clay on them, so we were just playing on tarmac basically. But those were, at the time, not very special, but now when you look back, they're always memories that you can sort of smile and laugh at. This is US Open doubles juniors, playing with Federica Silva. Did really well together for some reason. It just clicked. Played the French Open as well, won that, and then reached the semis of Wimbledon juniors. So that was a good memory. It was the first time I'd won a junior Grand Slam some way. I know it was doubles, but it was my first sort of success at that level. That was kind of the start of really being a professional player. But yeah, still very young there looking back. So shows out how much growing up you do over the years. My parents were very influential in my career. I always felt like they got the balance right with me in terms of pushing me, but also leaving it for myself to learn, make mistakes. A lot of my principles in that way of working hard and trying not to cut corners would be from them. When I look back on my career, it's actually Davis Cup comes up a lot. I think it's just we're so used to playing on our own that when we play Davis Cup and we feel like we're playing for more than just yourself, it always means a bit more. You want to do well.
Hey guys, Edmund here. Been told I've got to take you around the behind the scenes footage of the day of the Davis Cup team.
We're on the bus on the way to the court.
It's great.
Hi guys. The team atmosphere, I feel in our team has always been very good. Regardless of the tennis, I think when the team's in a good place, it always helps with results. I would have been the youngest one on the team, so I'm sure I would have got told to do some video stuff, but a lot of that helped me grow and integrate into the team and see how the team worked and the banter and the chemistry. And I always felt we were very good at enjoying ourselves, but when it was time to work, we all knuckled down and went on the court and tried our absolute best. My Davis Cup started in Belgium in the final, so it was quite unique making my debut in the final. it just means a bit more when you deliver for your country, and I think a lot of players feel the same way.
2018 was arguably your breakthrough year. How did it feel going into the Oz Open in such good form?
I've never gone into tournaments expecting I'm going to do this, but inside my game I knew I was in a good place physically, I was in a good place, so each round that went by I was getting more and more confident. A big one was the first round against Kevin Anderson. He was for sure top 10 in the world, and to beat him in 5 sets at Australian Open was big. It was like it was the biggest win in my career at the time. To be able to play on those stages, in those situations with those pressures, that's basically why, you know, we saw those pictures when I was a young kid and learning and growing. So it was for that reason. So it was nice to see everything pay off.
He's done it for the first time in his career. He beats Novak Djokovic.
Of course, to beat Novak, I would be the greatest player of all time. It was a great feeling. It was again my biggest scalp of my career at the time. Again, it just installs more belief and confidence as you're growing. You see your ranking getting higher. You're seeing the results on court. All the hard work is being backed up by the results. So it was probably my best win in my career in terms of what Novak stands for. Probably the first time I ever went to Wimbledon, to be honest. Took a picture of my dad, and at that stage, it's just a thought or a saying, oh, it'd be great to play here one day.
Kyle Edmund in his biggest match at Wimbledon.
Yeah, it was one of the toughest matches I've played because you're on centre court. It doesn't get bigger than that. You're playing one of the best players ever. He's, of course, won that event, had lots of success at Wimbledon, so he loves playing there as well. So it was one of the really sort of toughest matches in terms of tennis in my career.
Game, set, match, Djokovic.
I played on centre court, but that was the best match I played on centre court, even though I'd lost. Because you ask anyone, any tennis player, they'd say sort of playing at Wimbledon is the dream, is the goal. But to sort of have a part of my career there in some way is something I always have, which is very nice and pleasing.
Kyle Edmund, a day that he will never forget. He wins his first title, doing so in Antwerp in an epic contest.
A lot of relief, and I shook hands, and then when I went over to see my coach and trainer at the time, which is Fide and Ian Prangley, I started crying, which was totally unexpected. The first time I'd cried from winning. I'd cried in the past from maybe losing some matches, but first time from winning, so it was just pure emotion and relief coming out at that time to get the win.
Kyle Edmund is the New York Open champion. It's a second career ATP Tour singles title.
To get tour wins, I remember getting a text or message off Andy at the end of the tournament, basically saying enjoy it because it's always good getting in the winner's circle because it doesn't happen all the time. So make sure you enjoy the feeling and the reward that goes with it. And it's true because it was my last tour win. I played the mixed doubles in 2022. But it was a tough time, you know, coming back after 20 months. You're trying to get back into it, feeling like your body's not totally there, but always trying to get better. And yeah, Washington was my first tour win back.
Kyle Edmund secures his first win on the ATP Tour in almost 2 years.
I was on court, and even afterwards, I remember thinking, I don't know how I won that. I just didn't feel good on court. Didn't feel like I was playing well, but just somehow finding a way. And yeah, afterwards I was very happy that I won after so many months out of the game to try to finally win a match again. I have so much experience in the tennis world from playing. that I'm sure that I can use that in some way to do other stuff in tennis post playing career. But it's also the first time since I started playing that I had the opportunity to try something else and explore different things. At some point, when things settle down, I'll definitely want to be doing that.
What do you think 10-year-old you would have made of your career?
Yeah, absolutely. Like to look at the journey, try and bite-size it as much as possible. It's hard, but there's absolutely, if you had said to me in a simple way, the journey I've been on and my sort of accomplishments, experiences, people I've met, I would have absolutely, been happy to and pleased to have the career that I've had.